All right, I got some weird stuff coming from X. This was posted by Tommy Robinson's account. It says, imagine paying 10,000, I don't know, is that pounds, euros? I don't know, a year to send your children to Oxford University, and this is their lecturer. Okay, this is a lecturer at university in modern, quote unquote, modern England. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Alrighty. Hope everyone is having a
Nails
great
done.
start to 2026. I thought I'd mix things up
Ridiculous
and
boob
do a
job.
video instead of just typing some stuff out.
Scraggly
And
beard.
just wanted to ask a question,
Lipstick.
basically, a bit of a kind of broad get people's thoughts on this. I'm in the process of putting a website together, and that is proving to be much harder than it probably should be. And the problem I'm running up against is um, some imposter syndrome. Classic. Basically, what does
He's
it
running
mean
into
to be
imposter
an
syndrome.
expert in something?
I can
Because
see why.
it's really not obvious to me at what point I could describe myself as an expert in something. I have expertise in things.
Hammer meets nail. He experiences imposter syndrome. Yeah. Well, like, yeah. Because you are being an imposter. You're displaying yourself as a uh, weird mixture of man and woman, um, and in a display that is weird and kind of grotesque or obscene. It's strange. It's strange. Uh, this is clearly some kind of, I would just guess. I would just guess here some kind of autogynephilia, which would be like attraction to oneself dressed up or acting out things that are female, or a sexual fetish, a paraphilia, a transvestic fetishism, the fetish of being dressed up as a woman or in certain in women's clothing, getting aroused by that sort of thing. He's got his nails done. He's wearing some sort of blouse or something. Ridiculous, obscene boob job. He's wearing lipstick, and I mean, I'm putting all of this on display. Like, it is to be seen. It is to see himself in this way, and then the whole trans movement and the left joining in, promoting that, empowers and encourages more of this ridiculous kind of behavior. And you know what? As having been someone that did some gender bending for a while in the depths of my goth fashion phase in college, and having worn some skirts and high heels and things, and doing that out in public, like, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. This was back in the late 2000s, back before this stuff was fully being pushed on the scene. I don't even think I was aware of. I don't. I don't even remember if there was a T on the LGBT back then. I'm pretty sure it stood for transvestite before they changed it and made all these things trans and encompassing all kinds of different things. But my my stance is a little different now. Keep this in the privacy of your home. Work this out in therapy. Do not bring this to the workplace of all places. Don't bring it to sports. Like, don't, like, the left wants to say, well, this is a woman, when it's obviously just a man dressed up. Like, this is the modern version of blackface. And that's how history will look back at this. This is a man pretending to be a woman and trying to take the woman's role in society. It's ironically like the most patriotic Freudian slip, patriarchal thing a man could do, is like literally supplant women at being women. And the left-wing radical feminists, the left is just all on board with it, promoting it, and wants to cancel you, fight you, call you genocidal if you're just like, nope, that's a man, that's a weirdly dressed man. And then they're like, you hate. And it's like, no, don't hate him. He's probably a perfectly nice guy. He'd be reasonable in many other ways. He's he's a guy into some weird stuff. And, I think he's dressed inappropriately for the workplace. If he wants to walk around like that on his own in his free time, like, okay, people are going to do weird stuff. But as soon as you're like demanding fake pronouns, the wrong pronouns, so yeah, and like pushing this into demanding to go into women's spaces, restrooms, locker rooms, sports, different things like that. Where you're getting into really the places of being obtuse. It's like you need to put tampons in the men's restroom. Men can get pregnant too. No, no, stop, stop. It's like it's one thing. Okay, free society. You want to dress weird? I dress goth. Yeah, you want to dress weird? You can dress weird. You want to push it and force it onto other people and take things that are lies and delusions and force it onto other people? That's where no, no, that crosses the line. You're violating other people's rights of conscience, and their own freedom of speech, and different things like that, and making people uncomfortable. It is not the principle of love your neighbor as yourself to go and force your weird uh, sex, gender, paraphilic fetish stuff onto other people. Nope. And what else? What else? What else can I rag on before I go? On the left, uh, I people experiencing this, they need the kind of therapy that's going to help them resolve the conflict within that is rejecting their own biology. Like there is some reason, there's something going on inside anybody experiencing this whereby they have a problem with their own masculinity, they have a problem with being a man, they have a problem with their body, and they're rejecting it for some reason. You don't have a surgeon give you giant fake breasts because you feel comfortable with your body. No, there's something going on there. And the last thing that the mental health community ever should have done was gender affirming care, affirming the lies. And then also calling just regular treatment of this, they labeled that conversion therapy in order to malign it and associate it with things like electroshock treatment and lobotomies and different stuff like that. It's like, nope, just talking with people to resolve their issues and accept what they biologically are is in an exploratory therapy environment is actually pretty normal. That's just like normal good therapy and what therapy should do. And if somebody comes through therapy and still is like, you know what, but I still think I'm this and I still want to do this and dress this way. And it's like, okay, well then, you know, well, you tried. Well, the therapist tried. Nobody's batting 100 out of 100 in therapy. And then the surgeons, of course, surgeons and doctors, the medical community should have never encouraged this. I mean, we have statements of do no harm, and putting fake breasts on a guy so that he can live out his sexual fantasies is doing harm. It's giving into a lie. It is doing it's just you're not supposed to do that to a body. Like that's not like you're intentionally damaging the body doing that, potentially as causing medical problems in the future for this person by doing that. Like insurance shouldn't be covering this kind of thing. Like when it's like, oh, you're going to intentionally take hormones and get surgeries that are going to mess up your body. Okay, like nope, nope to insert, nope to insurance, nope to Medicaid or whatever. Taxpayers shouldn't be paying for it. As far as being an American taxpayer, should not be on the hook for all the surgeries down the line, all the treatments down the line that deal with all of the consequences caused by the gender affirming, sex rejecting surgeries. because there's all kinds of medical consequences that and side effects and things that go along with it. Now, from this picture, I don't know what all this person has gone through, but you can see they've gone through some of it. And it's sad. It's sad. This is not what God intends for the world. This is not what God intends for man and woman to do to themselves. So really, this is somebody that needs prayer. This is somebody that needs compassion. This is someone I hope can come and accept his biological maleness, that he can find acceptance of his masculinity and learn to love that part of himself and learn to integrate that, because there's wonderful things about being men. If you're a man, there's wonderful things about being a man, and you need to find that. And if you're a woman, there's wonderful things about being a woman, right? It's who you are. It's what you are. And while we can have the feminine side, we can have the masculine side. I think that men and women, we both experience we are on different parts of the spectrum in that way, that there are people who just gravitate towards maybe being a little more feminine or a little more masculine. There's tomboys, right? Things like that. And yet at the same time, you've got to be able to learn to love all of the self, right? Because what's here is like this shoves the masculine into the shadow. Like he that part is being repressed through the trans ideology that is obviously on display here. That says like shove down what you really are, and then the true self is this uh, weird false feminine caricature of femininity that's put on display. What they call the true self is couldn't be any more of a false self and a facade. Anyway, what do you think of this? What I mean, what please leave a comment. Please be respectful. Leave a comment below. What are your thoughts on this? Would you send your kids to a college with professors dressing, presenting themselves in such a way as that? What do you think of it? I think it is ridiculous and sad. And those are my thoughts. If you like my commentary, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.